Nice. Oh, you would have had. Oh, yeah. Much better. Ah, finish that. Hit it. Good. There we go. There. Ooh.
Nice. Woo! Beautiful.
There. Oh.
Alright, so the video is a video. We're going to try this out, see how this works for the first time. So, Ben, this bottom arm has got to get out. This is not letting you, this is one of your first walls, but it is not letting you physically get into the pit. Okay, this is a very, very soft pull, which is why you get so high over, but we'll find out later on that it's limiting how far into the pit you can get and how much push you can actually have up top. Okay, get that left arm punched out, flex the pull, and let these hips stay behind. Okay, so that's how it's killing going forward. Let the hips stay behind. Same thing. You see how fast those hips come underneath. There's now you're super under here. Like, that is disgusting. That's why I move you back. But that is killing how much you can actually swing and push. Okay. Aaron, first couple. Yeah, we'll work through the hamstring as we need to, but same thing, punch out that left. Now what you're doing a really good job of is bringing this top arm and the pull forward and through this way, which helps reload it really well. But if we can get that left arm out a little bit more, then that will help later on as we start like really pushing big pulls. But this turn and push, really good. This is basically what I was trying to talk about last year with pushing and turning at the same time, and how you can kind of, there's another example down over here, but how you can stay on the pull as you go and push is right here. As you push, now you're not moving forward really much at all with the pull, but you are still slightly continuing to go up. Okay, and that's how we can now stay on the pull a little bit more and push those feet up here versus this way, but that is kind of allowing that movement going forward. Colleen, we went over this again quite a bit in practice too. Really get that left arm out. When you get that left arm out, same thing as Ben's. Now you're going to move back a lot from whatever that step was. But you are losing your hips right away. They get sucked up underneath. Now that was being under, sure. But get them out, get this knee up so we get that separation as much as possible. Okay, you're doing a phenomenal job of moving this pull forward up top, but getting that left arm punched out will help. See, back. Will help with getting that pull to continue moving forward once it gets to vertical and actually pushing you into the pit. Notification. Let's see, Ben, this is all of Ben's long run net. Now this one we went from the 160 back to the 155, I believe. Again, you are so under, which is what we're going to fix big time, which is going to be the biggest thing that's going to help you with your vaults. But being under, hips getting sucked underneath, much better lead knee. Now we can fix that long left a little bit more, but we'll get there. And as we get to the top, notice how you stop pushing the pull forward and stop pulling down with this arm. You keep going. If you would have moved that pull forward, boom, it releases, and now you'd be over top. And that's where we're going to eventually get to knocking out or not having these, and we'll do drives with you and get you used to pushing bigger pulls forward that way. Aaron, same thing. This is where I think this is what I was talking about. As we can push and extend at the same time this way and go over, and now we just need stiffer pulls to get that push here. Well, hello. Yeah, okay, that was EP. Anyway, yeah, so stiffer pulls will help with a little bit more of the training stuff, and that's just pushing you up on pulls. Again, good. We just got to keep a better left arm. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It still collapses a little bit, but if you look at forward, 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 it gets extended. Here, if we can get that extension happening back here where all this big stretch happens, and as you come in to move the hips, you push that pull forward to make it bend. That will help with getting into the pit, A, but B then will help with getting the hips up and being patient to get that turn. Okay. So same thing, we're going to start going down hands again. Because you are so under. This is not helping you vault at all. It's getting a ton of bend in the pull, but once it recoils, you are not ready for it because you cannot right now skillfully and naturally get this bend to move the pull forward. Push those hips through, get that top arm moving down, and then we can get into the pull. It is not the amount of bend we get, it is how much the pull moves forward this direction. That is what makes the difference. On this one, you blew through this pull. You got up really well, good push, but yeah, you just blew through it. That's better. But again, super under, no push off that left. And because there's no push off the left, the pull doesn't move into the pit at all, so you just get flung over. Now, going up, over, and through, really good here. Starting to land your back, starting to get a really big push. Really good clear. Standards are also pretty buried for where you need to be at. But what's going to help you get the biggest bang for your buck in fixing is this takeoff position here. Okay. And that one, while better, up top you had a little bit more control, was basically the same thing. Still pretty under, hips got away from you, but if you notice how much different, you pushed the pull forward here. The pull physically, could you see that? Physically moves forward this way. And that's what got you over top. Same thing on that one. You just weren't ready to push all the way up. Like all the way up. You got pretty close, but instead of continuing to swing, and which is kind of where Aaron was at last year, push here, you went and pushed at the bar. And now that's where we get consistently with this kind of vault. Now we can start working on up top there. I feel that. Okay. I'm going to fast forward through most of my stuff, but I'll go through a little bit of it. So, Ben, if you look at this is basically what we're going to get to with you, and the girls too as well. Hand over foot. That left arm is pushing up. It's not just out, because if you look at it, it is over my head. Big, huge right knee, and the hips are back. This is the position we're trying to hit in everything. This is it. Because if you look, now that right leads everything as it goes up. There's still a big bend here as there's a long left here. We are not trying to separate. Both of these arms are still pushing up, and now as we transition into or from the swing into the rock back, what I don't do well is rocking back in the shoulders. So I'm still forward in all this. I should have my head back and shoulders back as well. But I correct that, getting upside down before the pull's anywhere close to vertical. And now, as that pull moves forward, I'm able to ride it up. But if you watch, I didn't invert at all as the pull moving there, so I get flung into the pit. Easiest way to fix that is bigger, stiffer pulls, but not what we're going for here. The biggest thing that's going to help all three of you is this position right here. If we can achieve this, everything else takes care of itself down the road. This would have been one of your last couple. Again, so if you notice how much closer you are to this one than you were to like one other couple over here, look how much less under you are. You have so much more pull speed to move forward that you're able to, you just barely miss that sucker. You're much, much closer to able to get over top of that because the pull had time to move in. Now we go even closer to on, and we bring those hands down for that same grip. Now the pull moves forward fast enough to time up, and you are now, instead of sitting with your shins over your quad hitting it here, your hips are here, your quad's here, and now we're over top of the bar. Okay?